miners, while 17 billion naira backlog of local government gratuities.
Israeli strike on UN school in Gaza kills 35.
Now the news in full. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edu, has submitted the projected cost implication of implementing a new national minimum wage to President Bola Tinubu. The minister submitted the cost proposal to the president at the presidential villa in Abuja today, following a 48-hour ultimatum issued to him on Tuesday. It was gathered that the proposal outlines several potential new minimum wage levels along with the anticipated fiscal impact on the federal budget of each option. It will be recalled that organized labor, comprising the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress, had embarked on a nationwide strike on Monday to demand an increased minimum wage for workers and reversal of the recently increased electricity tariff. However, the labor union leadership suspended the strike on Tuesday for 5 days after signing a commitment with the federal government to resume negotiations and come up with a new minimum wage within a week.
The Senate today directed its Committee on Solid Minerals to conduct an on-the-spot assessment of the gold mining site in Niger State, where a rock slide killed 30 miners. The committee was mandated by the Red Chamber to ascertain the remote and immediate cause of the rock slide and accelerate the passage of the Mine Ranger Bill currently before the Senate. This is even as the Senate observed a minute silence in honor of the victims. It commended the Minister of Solid Minerals, Dele Alaki, for his swift and proactive response in monitoring the situation at the mining site. The Red Chamber also urged the federal government to come out with strict safety measures and regulation on mining activities in Nigeria, in line with international best practices, and deploy adequate security apparatus to the mining communities to maintain vigilance around mining areas to prevent further incursions and intrusion by informal miners.
The Senate on Thursday has passed a bill seeking to prohibit Nigerian athletes from consuming performance-enhancing substances during or after sporting competitions. President Bola Tinubu had sent a request to the Senate to enact a law penultimate week through a letter read on the floor by the Deputy Senate President Barrow Jibri, who presided over the plenary. According to the President, the bill was meant to domesticate and enforce in Nigeria the International Convention Against Doping in Sports ahead of the 2024 Olympic Games in France. He said it was also meant to establish the Nigeria Anti-Doping Center to implement Nigeria's obligations to the World Anti-Doping Code in conformity with international standards. The passage of the bill followed the consideration and approval of the report of the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters during plenary. The chairman of the committee, Senator Mohammed Monguno, presented the report. Senators adopted the recommendations of the committee and approved that the bill be read for a third time when it was put to a voice vote by Deputy Senate President Barrow Jibri, who presided over the plenary.
Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have arrested 4 intending pilgrims as they planned to ingest wraps of cocaine ahead of their flight on Wednesday. Narrating how the arrest was made, Director Media and Advocacy, NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, in a statement in Abuja today, said its officials had raided the hotel at Ladipo include Usman Kamuruddin, 31, Olasukome Wulabi, 46, Fatai Yekini, 38, and a lady, Ayinla Kemi, 34. The 4 suspects were lodged in 2 rooms in the hotel where they had prepared 200 pellets of cocaine weighing 2.20 kilograms to swallow when NDLEA officers stormed their rooms. 100 wraps of the Class A substance were recovered from each of the 2 rooms, bringing the total seized cocaine to 200 wraps. 2 suspects were to swallow 100 wraps each.
The House of Representatives has asked President Bola Tinubu to immediately set up a judicial panel of inquiry on correctional attacks in the country and put in place measures to ensure that such assaults an entire security apparatus of Nigeria do not recur. According to adopting a motion brought by Honorable Kabiru Al-Hassan Usman and NPP Kano, the House asked its committees on interior and reformatory institutions to interface with the relevant government agencies to constitute threat management in correctional centers across the country and collate data of inmates by enrolling them in the National Identity Number System. It condemned incessant attacks on custodial facilities of the Nigeria Correctional Service and frequent escape of inmates convicted and awaiting trial, which have become dangerous trends as they portend grave danger to society and an embarrassment to the country's security architecture. He said the recent rainstorm incident in Niger State, which resulted in the escape of 118 inmates, has again brought attention to the worrisome state of the nation's correctional center's security architecture and the looming danger ahead. The Kano lawmaker said that from September 2015 to July 2023, there have been reported cases of about 17 jailbreaks across Nigeria, resulting in over 7,000 escapees.
The National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, in the Southwest has urged the Osun State Governor, Ademola Adeleke, and his Oyo State counterpart, Governor Seyi Makinde, to reinstate the operation of its members in the two states. The union made the appeal during its zonal stakeholders meeting in Osogbo, Osun State, noting that the ban on the operations of its members was denying the zone the opportunity to take leadership positions at the national level. A former national treasurer of the union, Nasir Komalafe, appealed to Governor Adeleke and Governor Seyi Makinde to return motor parks in their states to the union, saying that Osun and Oyo remain the only states in the southwest where the NURTW is not operating. NURTW members of the union to lift the suspension on the union's activities in their states, promising that the union would keep the peace.
This broadcast of Newscope comes to you from the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, Ibadan. Nigerian primary, secondary and tertiary institutions may soon have new curricula following the adoption of the motion on the floor of the House of Representatives during plenary today. These were sequel to the House resolution on the motion titled Review of the Nigerian Curriculum for Primary and Secondary Schools in line with current global market needs and contemporary realities, moved by a member of the People's Democratic Party from Osun State, Bamidele Salem. Leading the debate, Salem noted that Nigeria's traditional curriculum for primary and secondary schools faces challenges compared to advanced nations of the world. He argued that while the curriculum equips students with the knowledge, it prioritizes rote learning over practical skills like critical thinking and problem solving, which are very crucial in the current labor market. The existing curriculum, he noted, falls short of developing critical thinking and problem-solving skill, arguing that advanced economies prioritize fostering analytical abilities and encouraging students to approach challenges with innovative solutions.
The present administration in Oyo State, led by Governor Seyi Makinde, has offset over 17 billion naira out of 36 billion naira inherited backlog of local government gratuities. The chairman, Local Government Staff Pensions Board, Honorable Akim Ige, revealed this during a live current affairs television program, Kutu High. Our man, Bode Akintola, compiled the details of the program.
The BCOS Current Affairs live television program, Explore Government Program, the chairman, Local Government Staff Pension Board, Honorable Akim Ige, stated that Governor Seyi Makinde is a gift to pensioners in the state. He added that in the last 5 years of Governor Makinde's administration, due process of payment of backlog of gratuities and pensions was put in place, with the government paying over 17 billion naira of inherited gratuities. Over 1.3 billion naira gratuities was paid to those who retired within the same period.
Engineer Makinde has been consistently putting smiles in the faces of the pensioners at the local government and even the state level as well. This regime incurred the backlog of over 36 billion naira left behind by the previous government. And to God be the glory, this government, under the leadership of Engineer Makinde, has been able to pay over 17 billion. We've cleared over half of the backlog of arrears of gratuities and pensioner arrears that we met on the ground.
On other welfare packages, the chairman, Local Government Staff Pension Board, noted that over 55,000 pensioners were enrolled free of charge under the state health insurance scheme, while a wage award was also paid to them monthly.
Pensioners, they are being paid 15,000 naira monthly as a wage award, just to cushion the effects of this subsidy removal. So, not only that, every year, this government has been consistently paying the pensioners.
State Assistant Secretary of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, Comrade Banji Koleosho, said no pensioner in the state will ever forget the goodwill of the Seyi Makinde-led administration, considering what they had passed through in the hands of previous governments.
So he came in and he started paying gratuity of retired primary school teachers, especially that of local government. He has increased payment of pension to civil servants, the amount being allocated monthly, he has increased on it. And pensioners now collect their money either on the 25th or before. When the 25th falls on a weekend, he pays before then, before 25th.
As an Oliver twist, Comrade Banji Koleosho urged the governor to further look into the matter of consequential adjustment of pensions in the state.
He set up a committee requesting that they should look into what the federal government is owing pensioners. And we have already agreed on a particular, there are two particular increases. That is the 33% pension increase, which was in 2010, January 2010, and that of consequential adjustment, which is 18th April 2019. Those two issues are yet to be addressed. We appeal to him to, within a very few days, approve the necessary increment and consequential adjustment.
He added that the decentralization of life screening to zones has also helped senior citizens.
Corn, popularly referred to as Agbado in Yoruba land, is an annual crop widely grown in different parts of the country. But what are the economic and nutritional values of these annual crop? BCOS reporter Joy Nwako completes the story.
Corn, also known as maize, is a versatile crop with numerous uses in the society. The uses of corn vary according to the society. Here in Nigeria, corn serves as a staple food and can be consumed in various forms. While some prefer it boiled or roasted, others use it to make cornmeal. Additionally, it serves as feed for livestock. Corn season typically occurs during the rainy season, which is between May and September, with the ample rainfall and warm temperatures, promoting robust growth. In the past, corn was usually abundant in the market during the rainy season. However, due to changes in rainfall patterns, access to corn has decreased, requiring people to get it in few areas and especially marketplaces. In the phone interview with BCOS News, a nutritionist, Dr. Olukayode Akiremi, highlighted dietary fiber as one of the nutritional benefits of eating agbado.
We are talking about corn, whether boiled one, that is the cooked one, or the fried one, most especially the cooked one. But by the time you are frying the other one, most of the phytochemical materials embedded in it, I'm talking about the nutritional values, are somehow denatured. You are only taking it because of the flavor or whatever. But the one that is cooked, maybe probably you add it to your beans. That one has more advantage compared to the roasted one. You might be wondering that corn contains protein, but at infinitesimal percentage. But no matter how small, just certain percentage of protein there, with the exception of histidine and methionine. I'm talking about the essential and non-essential amino acids. Yes, that can be found in any protein. These two, histidine and methionine, can only be found in animal protein. But we don't have very big sugar. We are talking about sucrose or maltose. The more reason why those that are having diabetics, excess sugar in the blood, they can take it, but not excessively.
Buyers and sellers of Agbado reacted to how the cost has affected patronage in recent times.
They said this one for 2 used to it.
We take party le won gbogbo. Tanu wa kan ba wa nǹkan ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ economy wa yìí gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n jù. Nígbà tá ṣe ń ta London naira àwọn èèyàn máa sáré sí tán sáré rà ni. But ẹlòmíì sì tẹ́ bá sọ fún pé 200 àkọ́kọ́ ronú sí ni kó tó rà. Kò yá dáadáa bí ti tẹ́lẹ̀.
As things be now, everything is cost. Then we buy it 50 naira, 100 naira. It starts from 200 naira now. Upward.
Gbogbo nǹkan àmọ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ gan lọ́dún nìkan lọ́wọ́ ṣàánú wa. Torí lẹ́sìn nìyẹn 100 naira ń kà lóko, à ń kà ní 200 lóko. Lọ́dún ní sí 500 naira ni.
Experts emphasize that the fiber in corn helps lower cholesterol levels, while its potassium content supports healthy blood.
Angry easily. Well, experts have warned that anger is bad for your health because it may increase an individual's risk of heart disease and stroke. Our reporter, Faith Adekunle, looks at the implications of getting angry regularly and always, and ways it can be managed.
Anger, also known as wrath or rage, is an intense emotional state involving a strong, uncomfortable, and non-cooperative response to a perceived provocation, hurt, or threat. When angry, the adrenal glands release adrenaline, preparing the body for a fight response. The body is also flooded with stress hormones, and these hormones result in physiological changes like a rapid heartbeat and increased blood pressure. How well these blood vessels respond to these changes can have a strong effect on the risk of taking a walk when angry helps to reduce the effects of anger on the individual.
We can have depression that can set in, and apart from depression, actually malfunction if you get angry easily. Then with that now, I don't think anything can work very well again for you if you get angry easily. The effect of anger is not a good thing. It damages brain. It damages brain, and it damages it collapses your system totally. It collapses your system totally. So as an individual, I think one needs to see a way to get away from this particular anger.
Speaking further, a consultant psychiatrist at the University College Hospital, UCH Ibadan, Dr. Victor Makonjola, stated that suppressed
challenged by the environment, there's some externalize their response, while some internalize their response. The implication of this is that such people tend to become depressed over time if they adopt this method of dealing with difficult situations, because this anger piles up in their mind. They are unable to exhibit it like the externalizing individual. The stress becomes enormous on the brain and the mind, and to the point that mental conditions can develop. And what do we need to do? There are anger management programs for conditions that are not necessarily a major psychiatric illness. You can get into an anger management program that helps you to control both the frequency and the manifestation of one's anger. But if there is the diagnosis of an underlying mental condition, then the person needs to receive treatment.
They both stress the need to develop healthy strategies for managing anger, as it is crucial for maintaining emotional well-being and fostering positive relationships. Faith Adekunle, BCOS News.
On the foreign news, an Israeli air strike on a UN school pact with displaced Palestinians in central Gaza has reportedly killed at least 35 people. It was gathered that warplane fire Israel's military said it had conducted a precise strike on a Hamas compound in the school and killed many of the 20 to 30 fighters it believed were inside. Gaza's Hamas-run government media office denied the claim and accused Israel of carrying out a horrific massacre. The head of the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, which runs the school, described the incident as horrific and said the claim that armed groups might have been inside a shelter was shocking.
To end this edition of Newscope, here again are the main points. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, has submitted the projected cost implications of implementing a new national minimum wage to President Bola Tinubu.
The National Union of Road Transport Workers (NURTW) in the Southwest has urged the Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke and his Oyo State counterpart Governor Seyi Makinde to reinstate the operation of its members in the two states.
The present administration in Oyo State, led by Governor Seyi Makinde, has offset over 17 billion naira out of 36 billion naira inherited backlog of local government gratuities.
On the foreign scene, an Israeli air strike on the UN school pact with displaced Palestinians in central Gaza has reportedly killed at least 35 people.
And that's all from Newscope Desk for now. It was packaged by Eniola Adiaga and delivered by
Pat Aito. Good evening.
And Olukemi Ajayi. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune in for the Yoruba version at 8 o'clock. Good evening.